సో హాయ్ ఎవ్రీవన్. సో ఈ వీడియోలో మనం తెలంగాణ మూమెంట్ని బ్రీఫ్గా డిస్కస్ చేసుకుందాం. రైట్, ఇది ఒక మ్యారథాన్ సెషన్లా ఉంటుందన్నమాట. ఆల్రెడీ చదివిన వాళ్ళకి ఇది ఒక రీక్యాప్ సెషన్ లెక్క అవుతుంది. సో లెట్ us డిస్కస్ యాజ్ పర్ ద సిలబస్. మనం ఫస్ట్ సెక్షన్ 1 ఫాలోడ్ బై సెక్షన్ 2 and 3 ఇట్లా 3 సెషన్స్గా మ్యారథాన్ సెషన్స్ చేద్దాం. సో ఈ సెషన్ 1లో మనం ఇవాళ డిస్కస్ చేయబోయేది సెక్షన్ 1. సో ఈ సెక్షన్ 1 తెలంగాణ మూమెంట్ మనం సిలబస్ కనుక చూసుకుంటే ఫస్ట్ మనకు ఐడియా ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ ఫ్రమ్ 1948 ఆపరేషన్ పోలోకి ముందు కూడా, రైట్, 1948 నుంచి 1970 వరకు, రైట్. 1948-70 అని అంటారు, కానీ దీనికి ముందు కూడా మనకు హిస్టారికల్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా తెలవాలి తెలంగాణది. సో దాని తర్వాత అంటే నిజాంది కూడా ఇంపార్టెంట్, అంటే నిజాం రోల్ కూడా చాలా కనెక్ట్ అయి ఉంటుంది ఈ పర్టికులర్ చాప్టర్లో. మనం అది సిలబస్లో కూడా ఇచ్చిండే క్లియర్గా. దాని తర్వాత నిజాం రూల్ తర్వాత మనకు సివిల్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ రూల్, మిలిటరీ రూల్ ఉంటుంది. దాని తర్వాత సివిల్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ రూల్. దాని తర్వాత ఫస్ట్ మనకు డెమోక్రటిక్గా ఫామ్ అయిన బీఆర్కే గవర్నమెంట్ ఉంటుంది. ఇదంతా రైట్. సో అప్ టు మనం 1970 వరకు, 1970 అంటే దీంట్లో మనం 1969 ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ మూమెంట్ 1969 కూడా దీంట్లోనే కవర్ అవుతుంది ఫస్ట్ సెక్షన్ 1లో. ఓకే, సో ఫస్ట్ మనం ఇవాళ డిస్కస్ చేయబోయేది ఈ ఫస్ట్ టాపిక్ వచ్చేసి హిస్టారికల్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ. అంటే ఇది నేను యాజ్ పర్ క్వశ్చన్ రాసిండే అనమాట. మోస్ట్లీ సోర్సెస్, మన సోర్సెస్ చెప్తాను నేను. మళ్ళా సోర్సెస్ వచ్చేసి తెలుగు అకాడమీ, దాంతోపాటు పిఎన్ఆర్ బుక్ ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియంది. ఇవి రెండే నేను మేజర్గా తీసుకున్న సోర్సెస్ టు ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు ప్రిపేర్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ నోట్స్ అన్నమాట. సో దీంట్లో ఫస్ట్ హిస్టారికల్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్, దాని తర్వాత తెలంగాణ యాజ్ ఎ డిస్టింక్టివ్ కల్చరల్ యూనిట్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్ ప్రిన్స్లీ స్టేట్. అయితే మన క్వశ్చన్ ఎట్లా రావచ్చు అంటే ఇక్కడ అంటే వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిస్టింక్ట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ. తెలంగాణ యొక్క తెలుగులో ఏముంటుందో తెలియదు నాకు కూడా. సో డిస్టింక్టివ్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ రాయండి, తెలపండి అని అంటే, సో ఫస్ట్ హిస్టారిక్ డిస్టింక్టివ్ క్యారెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ వచ్చేసి లింగ్విస్టిక్ డిస్టింక్టివ్నెస్. సో దీంట్లో ఏమేమి రాస్తాం మనం అని అంటే, తెలంగాణలో అంటే లాంగ్వేజ్ డయాలెక్ట్స్ కూడా చాలా రకాలు ఉంటాయి. మనకు ప్రోవర్బ్స్ ఉంటాయి, డిఫరెంట్ స్లాంగ్స్ ఉంటాయి తెలంగాణలో. దాంతోపాటు డిఫరెంట్ డయాలెక్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి, డిఫరెంట్వి. అండ్ రూరల్ మ్యూజిక్ ఉంటుంది. ఇదంతా మనం ఇంగ్లీష్లో, తెలుగులో రాయాలంటే తెలుగు, ప్లీజ్ ఫర్గెట్ అబౌట్ తెలుగు. సో మనం ఇక్కడ ఇంగ్లీష్ పేపర్ రాస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి యాజ్ ఫార్ యాజ్ పాసిబుల్ చిన్న వర్డ్స్ని కూడా ఇంగ్లీష్లోనే మనం రాసుకోవాలి. రూరల్ మ్యూజిక్, జానపదం. సో మరి లెగసీ ఏమన్నా ఉన్నదా మన తెలంగాణ యొక్క లాంగ్వేజెస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద పాస్ట్ హిస్టరీలో నుంచి అని చూసుకుంటే, సో ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ మనం కోట్ చేయొచ్చు. ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆఫ్ పాల్కురికి సోమనాథ రాసిన బసవ పురాణం, రైట్. సో దిస్ బసవ పురాణం వాజ్ రిటన్ అహెడ్ ఆఫ్ ఆదికవి నన్నయ్య, రైట్. సో పాల్కురికి సోమనాథ బిలాంగ్స్ టు తెలంగాణ, అదొకటి రాయొచ్చు మనం. ఇంకోటి గుణాద్యాస్ బుక్ వాజ్ బృహత్ కథ. సో అంటే హిస్టారికల్ డిస్టింక్టివ్లో మనం ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి. ప్రోవర్బ్స్ ఉంటాయి, స్లాంగ్స్ ఉంటాయి, డయాలెక్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి, రూరల్ మ్యూజిక్స్ ఉంటాయి. వీటితో పాటు క్లాసికల్ కంట్రిబ్యూషన్, లిటరేచర్లో కూడా మనకు కంట్రిబ్యూషన్ చాలా ఉంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అని చెప్పి పాల్కురికి సోమనాథుడి బసవపురాణం, ఓకే, పాల్కురికి సోమనాథుడి బసవపురాణం, గుణాద్యుడి బృహత్కథ మంజరి అంటాం దాన్ని. సో ఈ పాల్కురికి సోమనాథు పీరియడ్ వచ్చేసి హీ వాజ్ డ్యూరింగ్ కాకతీయుల కాలంలో ఉంటుండే, కాకతీయుల. అండ్ గుణాద్య వచ్చేసి హీ వాజ్ డ్యూరింగ్ ద పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ శాతవాహన. వీరితో పాటు బమ్మెర పోతన, హీ రోట్ మహాభాగవతం. దాంతోపాటు మల్లినాథ సూరి, మల్లినాథ సూరిడి రఘువంశ అండ్ కుమార సంభవ అండ్ గోన బుద్ధారెడ్డిస్ రంగనాథ రామాయణం. సో ఇవన్నీ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ లెక్క మనం కోట్ చేయొచ్చు. సో పాల్కరికి సోమనాథ వాజ్ నోన్ యాజ్ ద classical, he was a classical prose, he writes classical prose and he was a great literary giant. ఓకే, ఇంకా ఏం రాయొచ్చు ఇక్కడ? ఇంకేమన్నా ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ మీకు తెలిసి ఉంటే ప్లీజ్ డూ కమెంట్ ఇన్ ద కమెంట్ బిలో, మనం అది కూడా యాడ్ చేసుకుందాం. సో నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి అంటే వీళ్ళంతా మన యాన్షియంట్ అండ్ మోడర్న్ తెలంగాణ హిస్టరీలో శాతవాహన అంటే అది యాన్షియంట్ కిందకే వస్తుంది. వెరాజ్ కాకతీయస్ అంటే మన మిడివల్, మోడర్న్ కాదు, మిడివల్ కిందికి వస్తుంది. అండ్ ఈ రీసెంట్ 20th సెంచరీలో లిటరరీ కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్లో తెలంగాణ నుంచి ఉన్న వాళ్ళు వట్టికోట అల్వార్ స్వామి. హీస్ ఫేమస్ రైటింగ్స్ ఆర్ జైలు లోపల, గంగు. గంగు డిస్క్రైబ్స్ ద రూరల్ లైఫ్, రూరల్ ఉమెన్ లైఫ్ స్టైల్, రైట్? అండ్ దాశరథి కృష్ణమాచార్యాస్ అగ్నిధార, రుద్రవీర అండ్ మహామనిషి. ఇవి మూడు దాశరథి కృష్ణమాచార్యుల వారి, దాశరథి కృష్ణమాచార్య. అండ్ దాశరథి రంగనాథాచార్యులు కూడా ఉంటారు కదా. దాశరథి రంగనాథాచార్యులవి చిల్లర దేవుళ్ళు, ఆంధ్ర భారతం, శ్రీకృష్ణ లీల, రైట్? చిల్లర దేవుళ్ళు, ఆంధ్ర భారతం, శ్రీకృష్ణ లీల. వెరాజ్ దాశరథి కృష్ణమాచార్యులు, ఈయన కూడా దాశరథియే, కాకపోతే ఈయన దాశరథి రంగనాథాచార్యులు, ఈయన దాశరథి కృష్ణమాచార్యులు. అగ్నిధార, రుద్రవీర, మహామనిషి. అండ్ కాళోజీ నారాయణరావుది, he was very active in తెలంగాణ మూమెంట్ అంతటాను. కాళోజీ నారాయణరావుది నా గొడవ, కాళోజీ కథలు. అండ్ సి నారాయణ రెడ్డి, సినారే అంటాం ఈయనని, సి నారాయణ రెడ్డి, సిఎన్ఆర్ ఆర్ సినారే. హీ వాజ్ ద రిసిపియంట్ ఆఫ్ జ్ఞానపీఠ అవార్డ్ అండ్ హీ రోట్ దిస్ ఫేమస్ నావెల్ known as Vishwambara. Vishwambara was written by C. Narayana Reddy. And Varavar Ravan, Jwalamukhi, Sri Raghaval. So in examples అయితే enough. So Vattikota Alvar Swamis, Jailu Lopala and Gangu. Dasharathi Krishnamacharyas was Agnidhara, Rudravira and Mahamanishi. Ranganathacharyulo's contribution through చిల్లర దేవుళ్ళు, ఆంధ్ర భారతం అండ్ శ్రీకృష్ణ లీల. నౌ ఇంకా డ్యూరింగ్ కుతుబ్ షాహీస్ పీరియడ్లో కూడా ఉన్నారు. వీ కెన్ స్టిల్ కోట్, రైట్? కుతుబ్ షాహీస్ పీరియడ్లో అని అంటే మనం ఇక్కడ రాయొచ్చు. కుతుబ్ షాహీస్ పీరియడ్లో ఎవరెవరు ఉన్నారు అని అంటే, during Qutub Shahis we have Addanki Gangadharudu, ఓకే. వారితో పాటు కందుకూరి రుద్రకవి రచించిందే సుగ్రీవ విజయం. సో దిస్ వాజ్ డ్యూరింగ్ కుతుబ్ షాహీస్. అద్దంకి గంగాధరుడు అండ్ కందుకూరి రుద్రకవిది ఫేమస్ ఏంటంటే సుగ్రీవ విజయం, అంతే. సో ఇదేంటి ఇక్కడ మొత్తం మూమెంట్ అని చెప్పి మొత్తం హిస్టరీ ఉన్నది అని అంటే, అంటే చెప్పినాను కదా, వీ హ్యావ్ టు కనెక్ట్ విత్ హిస్టరీ యాజ్ వెల్. సో ఇది ఫస్ట్ ఫీచర్ అన్నమాట, ఫస్ట్ డిస్టింక్టివ్ ఫీచరు, దట్ ఈస్ లింగ్విస్టిక్ డిస్టింక్టివ్నెస్. సో నెక్స్ట్ది మనకు వచ్చేసి కల్చరల్ డైవర్సిటీ అనగానే మనకు రావాల్సింది ఏంది అని అంటే గంగా జమున తెహజీబ్. అండ్ ఇక్కడ in Telangana there existed many cultures, coexisting with each other, like Telugu, Urdu, and the combination of Telugu Urdu is what resulted in the Deccani culture. This Deccani culture is famously known as Ganga Tehzeeb, Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb, right? It was popularly coined by Mahatma Gandhi, and it was known as Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb. So there were different religious people living all together, like Hindus, Muslims, Lodhis, Marwadis, and Khatris, and different tribals have been living. Example: Gond, Chenchu, Koya, Lambadi, and we have Pardhans. We have Chenchu, have Ponda Reddis. All right. So ఇంకా చాలా ఉన్నాయి. When we discuss about tribals, we'll discuss uh, tribals of Telangana in detail. Okay. Next, festivals. There were different festivals like Dasara, Moharram. Right. Moharram is also known as Pirla Pandaga. So this Pirla Pandaga is celebrated not only among Muslims, it is also celebrated among Hindus as well. That represents the cultural diversity of Telangana. So, and there are different types of jataras, like Samakka Jatara, we have Gollagattu Jatara, Edupayala Jatara. Edupayala Jatara is in Medak, Gollagattu Jatara is in Suryapet district, and Samakka Saraka Jatara is in Mulugu. Right? So, మనం కల్చరల్ డైవర్సిటీ అని అంటే ఎగ్జామ్లో ఇన్ షార్ట్ ఎట్లా రాయాలి అని అంటే ద ఎగ్జిస్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ హిందూ ముస్లిం, the existence of north south people, and the existence of rural and urban cultures, all this culture coexisted with tranquility. So this is what we need to write in cultural diversity point of view. So next we have geographical differentiations. So we are talking about the distinctive characteristics of Telangana, right? So in that, first we have discussed about the linguistic distinctiveness, and then we have seen cultural diversity, and now we are discussing the geographical differentials. So Telangana is the only state in the entire India. It has both Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. In the Western Ghats we have Sahyadri, and in the Eastern Ghats we have Papikondalu, right? So if you consider it as a if you consider this as a, so here is it is Telangana is somewhere here, like, so on its eastern parts in Khammam and Bhadradri Kottagudem district we have Papikondalu, and on this side in some areas we have Western Ghats, right? So Lakshmi Devilapalli, Nizam, Nirmal, Nizambad, in those districts we have this Western Ghats. Okay. And next, it is a Deccan Plateau, and average height of elevation is not this 700 meters, it is 536 meters. Okay. So it is as per recent data given by Telangana departments. Okay. The principal rivers are Krishna and Godavari. Godavari has a river, I mean the total catchment area of Godavari in Telangana is 69%, and total catchment area of Godavari is 79%. Gondwana rocks we have dolomites, coal deposits, limestone deposits we have, right? So, and iron ore deposits are there in Khammam and Warangal, Adilabad, right? So it is mostly semi-arid region as per Köppen classification. Okay, so this is all what we can write in geographical differentials. Okay, and next we have this historical uniqueness. Telangana have been ruled under different multi-kings, right? Starting from Satavahana, not Shatavahana, and then followed by Ikshvakas. After Ikshvakas, we have uh, Vishnukundinis, Vishnukundinas, Vishnukundinas, followed by Badami Chalukyas, followed by Rashtrakutas, and then we have Kakatiyas, important, Rani Rudrama Devi, Ganapati Deva, and if you wanted to write some important kings of Shatavahana, we can write Simuka, and GPS2, Gautami Putta Shatakarni, right? We have Vasishtiputra Shatakarni, Simuka, right? Hala, all these kings are there under Shatavahana, and in Ikshvakas, the greatest king is Veerapurushadatta, VPD, Veerapurushadatta, right? Similarly, for each and every kingdom, we have one important and great ruler that we will look into the another session of Telangana history. And Qutub Shah is followed by, Kakatiya is followed by Qutub Shahis by keeping Golconda as their capital city, and they ruled Telangana, and followed by Asabjais, right? Asabjais started ruling Telangana from 1724 to 1948, right? So almost 224, they ruled over 224 years, right? There are nearly 7 Nizams, and we'll see that in history part. Mir Usman Ali Khan is the 7th Nizam. Ivanni basics andi. Okay. So diverse social condition. Another important point is diverse social condition. Diverse social conditions లో ఏమేమి ఉంటాయి అని అంటే వర్ణ సిస్టమ్ ఆల్ ఓవర్ ఇండియా ఉన్నట్టు ఇక్కడ కూడా ఉంటుంది. సో వర్ణ సిస్టమ్ ఉంటుంది, అండ్ వర్ణ సిస్టంలో సబ్ క్యాస్ట్ ఈజ్ వెరీ ప్రిడామినెంట్ ఇన్ తెలంగాణ, రైట్? సో and it was said by Professor Tirumala Rao. And powerful Jagirdari system is there. Jagirdari system, we know this is under Nizam kalam nunchi undi idi. And Gadi Vyavastha, we have this Gadi Vyavastha, and we have social evils like Jogini, Basivini, and Vetti. Vetti is slavery. Along with this, we have, of course, as we are talking different social conditions, we can also mention this as the tribal schools kuda mention cheyochu, but it is more kind of cultural point, culture view lo rayali idi. So anyway, okay, culture and religions, tribals and religions we can add in a cultural point of view. Here it is not that necessary. And ఇంకేం రాయొచ్చు అని అంటే ప్యాట్రియార్కీ మేజర్గా, ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ మేజర్గా ప్యాట్రియార్కీ, అండ్ పాలిగామీ ఉంటుండే, పాలిజీనీ అంటే వన్ హస్బెండ్ హ్యావింగ్ మెనీ వైఫ్స్, మోర్ దెన్ 2 wives. It was followed during Satavahanas and also during Ikshvakas, right? During Ikshvakas, as one of the greatest ruler of Ikshvaka, Veerapurushadatta, he marries 4 of his aunt daughters, right? So through that we can say that there is also a polygyny that is present during ancient system, and yeah. So this is about the diverse social condition. Next, complex economic system. ఈ కాంప్లెక్స్ ఎకనామిక్ సిస్టమ్ more than 70% are dependents on agriculture during Nizam. This was, and more than 70% of revenue used to come from land taxes only. Okay, we have lands divided into different types: Khalsa land, Diwani lands, and non-Khalsa lands, right? Diwani lands, Khalsa lands, and Inam lands. Inam means gifting to someone, and Sarf-e-Khas lands means these are for the Nizam personal expenditure, And Khalsa land are also Diwani land, means it is under the Diwan of the Nizam. Okay, this will be under the Diwan of the Nizam, and everyone who is having this Diwani lands, they have to pay tax to the government, right? So the tax collection used to be with Patels and Patwaris, right? So yeah, we can stress more on this when we talk about the historical point of view. Okay, so we can also, this Gorwala committee, yeah, this Gorwala committee was it came in 1950. So it suggests the modification of and the improvements of Telangana's economy during Burugula Ramakrishna Rao, right? Not during Burugula Ramakrishna Rao meeting, during civil administration under the leadership of the then appointed CM is MK Vellodi. Under his time, he has constituted one committee, that is Gorwala committee. It recommended the economical reforms that are needed for Telangana to become the self-sufficiency. So uh, during that time, Burugul Ramakrishna Rao was the revenue minister in MK Vellodi's cabinet. So he had this good understanding of the overall Telangana economy. So once he came into power in 1952, so he did many changes with respect to this land reforms, and thus the Telangana economy is more self-sufficient when it is compared with Andhra economy, which Andhra has merged with Telangana in 1956, right? So we know this story. So next we have this, as we are talking economics, I mean complex economic system, we can also mention about different industries that are there during the Nizam period, like Alvin, Hyderabad asbestos, Charminar cigarette factory, DBR mills, Praga tools, Azam Jai mills, Sirpur Kagaz Nagar at Adilabad, and we have Nizam sugar factory, coal mines at Khammam. All this we can mention. So adi 6 points varaku. Next, in the 7th point, we have modernity in administration system. So straight away we can quote Salajang 1 here. The reforms taken by the Salajang 1 to make the administration more modern, right? So this reform, so we can see with respect to revenue reforms, we can see with respect to economical reforms, with respect to police reforms, judicial reforms, educational reforms, right? So we can mention, we can also look at with respect to the administrative reforms. So Salajang has contributed a lot in modernizing the administrative system of Telangana. So I mean Hyderabad at that time. So he worked as Diwan of Nizam from 1853 to 1883, and he worked under 3 different Nizams, NAM, right? So this is Nizam Ali Khan, Nasiruddaulah, Afzaluddaulah, and Mir Mehboob Ali Khan, right? So he had this privilege of working uh, working for about 30 years, so that he could contribute to a great extent to the Telangana's overall benefit. So we will discuss that once we talk about once we go on. There is a detailed topic that mentions about the Salajang reforms in the first chapter itself, right? So first chapter is basically the first chapter of the section 1 is very huge. It almost like included a variety of nearly 10-30 topics that needs to be discussed. Anyway, we'll try to discuss all these topics at a glance. That is what we are doing here, right? So we are still discussing the first paragraph of the first unit, that is the distinctive cultural unit of Telangana in Hyderabad state. Chalo. So Yeah, we can directly write that. In administrative reforms, we can say he introduced this Zila Bandi system. Zila Bandi system. Zila Bandi system means it is equal to present day like revenue divisions. He has, this like the Hyderabad region has around 17 districts. So he divided these 17 districts into five different revenue divisions. So we'll discuss that there. Courageous struggle and historical legacy is also an important distinctive cultural heritage of Telangana, we can say. So there were many courageous struggle we can see through in the form of self-respect movements, in the form of self-rule, and in the form of fight against the ruthless Nizam. So if you look at the different movements that are carried by people in Telangana against this self-rule, if we talk about self-rule means we will get Rani Rudramadevi. Rani Rudramadevi fought against the Mughals of that time, and Samakka Saraka. Samakka Saraka is a great story that we should definitely know. And Samakka and Saraka are mother and daughter. They fought against Ganapati Deva, a ruler of the Kakatiya kingdom, and Shitaf Khan against Bahmani Sultans and Sri Krishna Devaraya. So to be frank, even I don't know who this Shitaf Khan is. I haven't came across this name uh, apart from this particular point here. So anyway, and we should know definitely about Sardar Sarvai Papanna. Sardar Sarvai Papanna fought greatly against the Mughals, and he protected Golconda Fort, and he occupied many of the forts. And by occupying many forts like Bongiri Fort and many other forts, so he he struggled a lot, and he fought against the suppression of Mughals on the people and all, right? We need to discuss about Sarvai Papanna, Sardar Sarvai Papanna Gaud, because the government of Telangana last year, I think, so have officially declared the birthday of Sardar Sarvai Papanna has to be celebrated across the state. So next, we have this Telangana armed struggle, but Telangana armed struggle that we can't consider writing in distinctive cultural unity in Hyderabad, because this was happened after merging into the, or before merging into the AP, but after completing the Nizam rule. So we can't write this, or we can start Hyderabad princely state. Yeah, in Hyderabad's princely state we can't write, but in a independent Hyderabad princely state, okay. So I think we can write this because it starts in 1946. So we can include this Bhumi, Bhukti, Vimukti, land, livelihood, and liberation. Basically, it is the motto of this Communist Party of India. So we can also we'll come across that and we'll discuss that as well. So these are the people who fought for self-rule. Samakka Saraka, we have Rani Rudramadevi, and Shitab Khan against Bahmani Sultans and Krishna Devarayala, and Sarvai Papanna against Mughals. Okay. So next we have again this is again for self-respect, and this is again self-rule. Again self-rule, we have Rani Shankaramma and Ramji Gond and Komram Bhim. Ramji Gond, Komram Bhim, and Rani Shankaramma, who fought for their self-rule. So we know this story of Komram Bhim and Ramji Gond, right? Okay. So and next we have against British rule, we have Turebaz Khan at British residency. He fought very, bravely. And next we have again fight against feudal zamindari system. Sakali Ailamma, very important. And recently the government of Telangana had decided to name Koti Women's College as Chakale Ilamma's Women's College. And next we have Doddi Komaraya. He was the first martyr of Telangana, Doddi Komaraya. And we have people who fought against ruthless Nizam, Swami Ramananda Tirtha, K.V. Rangareddy, Burgula Ramakrishna Rao, Marri Chennareddy, and Harish Chandra Heda. So all these people who fought against the Nizam police are also known as Razakars. Right? These people have fought against these Razakars. And another distinctive feature or characteristics is Telangana is home for different people movements and different people movements, which led to the integration of the Hyderabad into the Indian Union. Right? So we can see these movements into the first generation movements as these were started during the period of Nizam, during Mir Mehboob Ali Khan, right? So this is famously known as Chanda Railway Agitation. This was happened in 1883, and these three people, Agarnath Chattopadhyaya, he is also the first principal of Nizam College. And next we have Abdul Qayyum and Ramachandram Pillai, right? So these two are government officials. These people have led the path for protesting in Telangana, and they are considered to be the first generational reformers. And next we have, if you look at the modern times, we have Vande Mataram movement. It is majorly took place in and around Osmania University, and it created a spark. This Vande Mataram movement was started because of ban of Vande Mataram in OU and compulsory wearing sherwani and paisama, right? This sherwani and paisama are like dresses of Muslim culture. So many of the students who are from Hindu community have opposed to wear this sherwani and paisama as the regular dresses. So these two have sparkled the movement of Vande Mataram movement in Osmania University. So if any students give slogans regarding Vande Mataram, they would be cancelled, and many of the students seats will get cancelled, and they'll move to Nagpur. They won't get admission out there. They won't get admission from Andhra University, but they'll get from Nagpur University. Okay, so the major impact of this Vande Mataram movement was it created the impact of, that is what we are saying. The cancellation of admissions have taken place, and it showed the symbol of resistance, and it became the catalyst for change for the next movements. The personalities who involved in this Vande Mataram movement were the Dr. P.V. Narasimha Rao. He was the first prime minister to be from South, maybe not. So he was the former prime minister. LPG, he was responsible, and during his time only this LPG reforms has taken place. And Hayagriva Chari, we can see his contribution in Telangana movement, further part of Telangana movement as well. And Ramachandra Reddy and Dharma Bhiksham. These are the people who participated in Vande Mataram movement. Right. The main motto of this Vande Mataram movement was to integrate Hyderabad into India. All right. So next we have next we also have this Hyderabad State Congress. It was formed in 1938. So, under chairmanship of Swami Ramananda Tirtha and Ramakrishna Dhoot, Govindarao Nanal, were the important leaders who tried very hard in establishing Hyderabad State Congress. It was formed in 1938 and it got dissolved into or merged into APCC, Andhra Pradesh Congress Committee, in 1958. Uh, Although it was not mentioned in 14 points of what is it, this gentleman agreement, so it happened. It has to be, it said that in gentleman agreement, in one of the points, in the 14th point, it mentions that HPCC, Hyderabad Pradesh Congress Party, should be merged only after 1962, that too after the consent of people of, I mean, MLAs of the Hyderabad, Telangana. But just after the formation, just after the creation of AP, the Hyderabad Congress Committee, Hyderabad State Congress Committee, Congress will be merged into the Andhra Pradesh Congress, Andhra Pradesh State Congress. So it also in Telangana we can also see this Quit India movement. We can see Andhra Mahasabhas. These are also very important. And Telangana peace armed struggle during 48-51, Giant India Union movement. So all these have taken place in Telangana. Different movements. We have seen movements from Vande Mataram movement, followed by creation of Hyderabad State Congress, Fit India movement, Andhra Mahasabha, and Andhra Mahila Mahasabha also happened. Andhra Mahila Mahasabha and Telangana peace armed struggle. The main motto is land, food, and liberation. Bhumi Bhukti and Vimukti. And yeah, next we'll see the socio-cultural renaissance that happened or that took place in Telangana, which result in the change. First one is the library movement. Right? So it is one of the very unique feature that Telangana has possessed. This library movement, it was started by Madapati Hanumantarao and Komarraju. It was started by Komarraju Lakshmana Rao and again participated by Madapati Hanumantarao and Narsingh Rao as well. So the main purpose of this library movement was to inculcate rationalism and improve the scientific temper. So the first library that created under this library movement was in 1901 in Hyderabad, that is Sri Krishna Devaraya Andhra Bhasha Nilayam, followed by Sri Rajaraja Bhasha Nilayam 1904 in Hanamakonda, and Andhra Samvardhini Granthalayam 1905 in Secunderabad. And so yeah, so these are the three important libraries. Again, it continued till 1920s, 30s. So there was widespread of this library movement. We'll discuss that in coming chapters as well. I'm just giving you a glance of what we are going to discuss in detail, and these are these are quite enough to discuss the socio-cultural renaissance in point of library movement. Next, we have another important reform under Arya Samaj in Telangana. It was started by Keshav Rao. Arya Samaj was started by Keshav Rao and Damodar Satwelkar. Right? Arya Samaj started in year 1875. Okay, so it fought against civil evil and rights of Hindu community. Civil evils like sati, and it allowed the marriage of widow remarriage of marriages and vetti and all. Right? Again, vibrant civil liberties movement by advocates, self-respect and Dalit movements. In Dalit movements and self-respect movements, we have Arige Ramaswamy and Bhagyareddy Verma. Bhagyareddy Verma is also considered to be the very important person who, with respect to this self-respect and Dalit movements, So Bhagirathi Verma only created this Harijan Sevak Sangh. All right. So in socio-cultural renaissance, what we need to write? We need to write library movement, Arya Samaj, and self-respect or Dalit movements. Right. So in library movements, we need to mention definitely Komaraju Lakshmana Rao, and in Arya Samaj, we need to mention Keshav Rao, and in Dalit, we need to mention Arige Ramaswamy along with Bhagirathi Verma. Okay. So yeah. So in next video we'll see the Telangana culture and followed by all other topics. Okay. So